Hello everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is Travis, and here at Tpull's Corner we have a new deck called Access Tunnel, and the star of the show could be Access Tunnel, but sometimes I win without it. But yeah, it's a land, you use 3 mana, you tap it, and your target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. So I've got a bunch of creatures that have power 3 or less, and they all have some sort of effect, for the most part, that happens when they hit the enemy. So we're going to go through the deck. Before I forget, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and go ahead and share the video with a friend. We want to draw more viewers who are interested in Magic to see these type of videos. So our 1-drops, we have Merfolk Windrobber, who's a flyer. Whenever he deals combat damage, player draws mills a card. We have Wizard class, so that we have no maximum hand size. We've got a couple of draw cards in our deck, and so this could come in very handy later. For our ramp spells, we've got Reclaim the Waste to get a specific color land because we're playing 3 colors. We got red, green, and blue. We have 1 copy of Cemetery Gatekeeper. He's from the new Innistrad expansion, 2/1 with first strike. And we get to exile a card from a graveyard whenever he enters the battlefield. Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, Cemetery Gatekeeper deals 2 damage to that player. We have Falconwrath Perforator. Whenever she attacks, it deals 1 damage to the defending player. We have 4 copies of Finn the Fangbearer. We're not counting on winning by poison, although we can. It is sort of an alternate win con for us. So I do have 4 copies in there. If we get Access Tunnel down, we can get him through and get him through unblocked, so we can build up the poison counters pretty fast. But he's there just as much to be a chump blocker for the swarm decks and stuff like that, or against a really big creature. We have 1 Plummet to deal with flyers. We got a couple of Rabbit Bites. We like to combine those with the Finn Fangbearers so that we can just hit them whatever, if they have 10 or 20 toughness, we don't care because Finn has Death Touch, so Rabbit Bite kills them. 3 copies of Soul Knife Spy. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, we get to draw a card. This is where the having the Wizard class out starts to come in handy. Grazlax, Illithid Scholar. Also, whenever 1 or more creatures I control deal combat damage, we draw a card. Whenever a creature I control becomes blocked, I can return it to the owner's hand. Igneous Inspiration deals 3 damage and gets me into my sideboard for the Strixhaven sideboard cards. You're mostly getting Environmental Sciences to get a specific color land, but we do have a Containment Breach, and we've got a couple of Illuminate Histories to discard cards and draw a lot more. And part of the reason we want to be able to discard cards is because we've got some, we're getting kind of heavy on the 7-drops, and we'll get to those in a minute. 3 copies of Relic Robber with haste, a 2/2 creature, and you see this little Goblin Construct creature to the right. It's a 0/1. Our opponent gets that. That creature can't block, but at the beginning of the upkeep, the creature deals 1 damage to the player. That's pretty cool. Another Broken Wings type thing, like Plummet. I'm mostly looking at taking out flyers, but also a pesky artifact or enchantment. And Quandrix Command is a handy spell. It's an instant, and I'm usually using it to return a target creature, Planeswalker, to its owner's hand, and to put 2 counters on my target creature. However, you can also counter a target artifact or enchantment spell with it, and you can shuffle up to 3 target cards from your graveyard into a library. 2 copies of Efreet Flame Painter. This is fast becoming one of my favorite cards. I think I've got 3 or 4 decks with it in it now. I've got 2 copies of it finally. It's a 1/4 with double strike, but whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can cast an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. So you have to exile the card after that. But this is why I have a lot of 7-drops, and this is why I have Illuminate History in the sideboard, so that if I have occasion, I can throw some of these into the graveyard, hit my opponent with Flame Painter, and then cast these spells without paying for them. That's a nice combo. If I just get a free Flame Painter down on the ground with an Access Tunnel, I can accomplish the same thing. We have 1 Into the Night. You discard any number of cards and draw that many cards +1. Unexpected Windfall, another way to discard the 7-drops and get draw some other stuff. 1 Toski, Bearer of Secrets. This is my 1 indestructible card in the deck. Whenever any creature that I control deals combat damage while Toski's on the field, whenever I deal damage to a player, I draw a card. So if I have 3 creatures hit for damage, then I draw 3 cards. And again, another reason why Wizard class comes in handy at a certain point. We have 1 board wipe, Battle of Frost and Fire. It takes 5 total, but it deals 4 damage to each non-giant creature and each planeswalker. And then Practical Research to draw 4 cards and then discard 2 unless one is an instant or sorcery card. Okay, the 7 drops. Here's one 6-drop, Body of Research. Create a green and blue fractal token, and you put +1 counters on it where X is the number of cards in your library. So you could have like a 40-40 or a 30-30 creature easily. Alrund's Epiphany, 1 copy of that, take an extra turn. 2 copies of Overflowing Insight, so I can draw more and more cards. 1 copy of Seagate Restoration, again, card draw. Creative Outburst, I'm usually going to try and discard this as soon as I can to create a creature token, and then use it with a free Flame Painter later to deal damage. And 2 copies of Explosive Welcome, which deals 5 damage to any target and 3 damage to another target. And this is something that usually you don't get to play up front, but if you do get to the mid game, it can be a game winner. Alright, that's the deck. Remember, like and subscribe. We're going to go test out this deck, see how it plays, for your amusement and enjoyment. Here we go. Okay, nobody really missed anything. All we're doing is playing lands right now. It's the 3rd turn. I got to go first, and I placed my first spell, which is Relic Robber. It's a red, blue, and green deck. And I'm just trying to see if my concept works. He hit me for 0. Okay. That's fair. Next, what do we want to do? Toski? Let's try Toski. That at least lets us block the Grakmoth for a turn. He's probably going to keep attacking with the 0-1, hoping I'll forget and block it. But that does 1 point of damage to him each turn, so if nothing else, I win in 16 more turns. But the name of the deck is Access Tunnel. I got 3 copies of Access Tunnel in my hand, or in my deck. And I think 4 was too many because you need to spend 3 mana to power up the Access Tunnel. So you need time to get the Access Tunnel, get a creature on the ground, and have enough spare mana to use it. Interesting choice. Not sure why he would attack with Grakma as opposed to blocking Toski next turn. Or blocking Relic Robber, so I'm assuming he has removal or a creature. He's really nothing. This is a little strange. Okay then, we're gonna do this. And we're just gonna attack. You got a flash creature? Alright, he gets another creature that hurts him, and I get 2 cards out of the deal. And he gets rid of, interesting choice, the Flame Painter, who only does good if I've got cards in the graveyard. And I don't have any cards in the graveyard. I would have gotten rid of Relic Robber. Flame Painter may have never been any source of problem at all. Master Symmetrist. Okay. Alright. down comes Finn the Fangbearer. Next, I power up my access tunnel. Relic Robber can't be blocked now. You can block Toski. Okay, you got 2 turns to kill me, mister. Yes, attack with everyone. Great idea. You're not going to attack with him? Okay. So you get Grakmaw back. Unless you get the creature. That's going to be a lot of damage. Except you're forgetting something, I think. Access Tunnel. Relic Robber can't be blocked. We're going to do 2 points of damage to him. Brings him down to 4, and he's going to end up with 4 Goblin Constructs, which do a point of damage each. So that's going to be game. Ta-da! Okay. Concept. Initial concept. Looks good. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We only have 1 real land. I have 1 that I don't want to use as a land. And this is usually a warning sign that I should have mulliganed. I don't usually have this much problem with my lands. We've only got 65 cards, so 5 over the regular 60. Our opponent is cut to the bone. Gaiskalar. And it looks like we want some green. And we have green. I love it when a plan comes together. We might have a new player on our hands. He's reading the whole card. Finn gives him 2 poison counters if he hits, so I just need to hit my opponent 5 times and he loses the game. He'll end up with 10 poison counters. There's nothing in the current modern standard that removes a poison counter. Alright, black usually has some kind of removal. If they recognize a threat, they want to get rid of it immediately. And let's just attack with it for now. Okay, he's legendary, so I can't put a second one down at the same time. We're kind of hoping that he wastes a removal spell on that just so I can play the next one. I think they're having trouble getting the cards they want. There's no reason for him to get Death Touch. He's just using it to draw through the deck at this point. It's not going to block Finn either. Okay. Yeah, he could have held on to that one and used it to kill Finn. What else are you going to do, buddy? Let's go ahead and use this now for the basic cost. Let's go get a blue source so we can start bringing down the Soul Knife Spies. And that way we can save our Seagate Restoration, and part of our card draw might be some more lands. Doesn't really hurt us any to forego the kicker cost. You have to spend 3 extra mana to get 1 extra land. That's handy when you have the luxury. But the whole point of kicker spells is when you get them early, consider the value playing them early. That gives us something to do. We got 2 more poison tokens on our opponent. And now we got a creature we can cast next turn. Okay, he's finally deciding to use removal. Infernal Grasp. I was worried he might have Flunk. And he still could. Oh, it doesn't want Finn coming back, so he exiles it with Rotten Reunion. Let's go ahead and maximize our mana. Flare of Faith. That's going to make the Occultist a 4/5. Not going to be worth me blocking that. So that's a lot of damage. That's 6 points in 1 turn. The game is not frozen. Our opponent is just considering something right now. Let's move it along, buddy. We don't have all day. Chop chop. And that took him a long time to figure out. Okay. Get another card. Ah, Wizard Class. Wizard Class is good, but I need somebody who can block. Ooh, Dreadhead. What do you lose? The Guardian Savior? Okay. That's not what I wanted. So I suppose I just have to put down Finn and Wizard Class. If Finn lasts, I can use Rabid Bite on the Dreadhound next turn. Or maybe I'll use it on Adeline. Might be worth if I get a red source using Battle of Frost and Fire. Our opponent is spending a lot of time trying to make sure they get it right. With Dreadhound out, they get to do points of damage every time a creature disappears, so it's advantage to them to keep sending these chump blockers after me. I'm going to block that one. Yeah, that's why I didn't block with Finn. I need Finn to survive. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That is what he can do. He's tapped out. We'll use... Nope. Not that creature. We want to tap... We want to use Finn to take out the Dreadhound. Lose one more life. Let's go ahead and create a treasure token. And now we can bring down Toski. Interesting choice. Novel Occultist is supposed to bring back Dreadhound? He might bring back Dreadhound next time. Okay, so what do we want to do? I guess we still want to bring down Toski. Because he might bring back the Dreadhound. World Tree is fun to have. This will be easy for them to block. Maybe I should be using Access Tunnel at this point. That is the point of the deck. He's not bringing back Dreadhound yet. Okay, so... let's go ahead and go grab another card. No, we don't want to auto-pay. It does have 10. Okay. Another creature. Excellent. Auto-pay. Now we got some stuff. I'd make that trade with Finn. Okay. Now we've got to be careful, but we can do some stuff, right? Yes, we can. That's what I'm looking at. What? I can save him, right, if I bring him back up. But okay, can't do it that way. I've got to return creature planeswalker to the owner's hand and put 2 on him. Whoops. No, hang on. Let's make sure I do it right. Return and put 2. Okay, target a creature to return to their hand. That would be you. Put 2 on you. He's gonna die. All right. Here's what our board wipe is for. Next, Relic Robber. Now the engine is kicking into place. Now he's going to use Cast Can't Stay Away. He brings back Adeline of all things. Interesting. Recording right now, can I call you back? Yeah, he's home. Alright. Alrund's Epiphany. Let's take another turn. We'll go ahead and bring down that creature. We'll go ahead and attack with the one that must attack. He'll just block with Adeline, probably. Alright, he doesn't have Castaway anymore, so that makes this a little bit easier. Finn's Death Touch takes out Adeline. Broken Wings takes out the flyer. And attacking with 5 creatures does a lot of damage. And we don't need to worry about what cards I draw because the 2 Goblin Constructs are going to kill him. Just flooding out anyway. 3 lands in a row? Okay. Excellent. See, as soon as I remembered to use Access Tunnel, it saved my bacon. I like having access to all 3 land colors at the very beginning. And one of the nice things about the Access Tunnel concept is since I have to have my creatures all be power 3 or less, that means I am choosing relatively low mana cost cards for most of them. So I usually do have something to play, you know, in turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Although I can run out of steam at some point. Alright, we got a white-blue foretell specialty deck. And he's expelling my 1/1 already. Wow. Alright. Let's see what happens. He's not gonna block Finn. Does he have another one of those handy? Alright, let's just go all in, attack with whoever we got here. What's more important for you here? Stop the poison or stop the extra card draw? He wants to stop the poison. Okay. Wizard class isn't quite as important yet. Let's see if we can build up the damage. One of these might be a board wipe. All he needs is one more mana if he just wants to cast a Doomscar out of his hand. Kind of wanted land there, but you never really want to sniff it in Alrund's Epiphany. Still no lands. Interesting. Alright. Well, let's bring down Finn again. And we have enough spare for the wizard class. Elite Spellbinder. Let's see what he thinks out of the cards that I have available to me here. Which one do you consider the dangerous one that needs to go away? Interesting choice. The Overflowing Insight. Okay. So now he sees what I have. Start with an attack. He doesn't like the card draw now. He's willing to take the poison counters. No, he doesn't want to take the poison counters either. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just draw a couple more cards then. Ah, I knew there had to be a land in there somewhere in the deck. What do we want to do? Oh, we can do this. We can put 2 counters on them, and I can shuffle some cards, right? I'm going to just put all these back in my deck. My guy stays alive, and we still have enough to shove Alrund's Epiphany over into the foretell pile. There's enough to start Alrund's Epiphany right off the bat. We'll go through with another Finn. He's either going to take a poison counter or he's going to chump block. He takes the poison counters. Next, wizard class, pumped all the way up. Finn comes in and swinging again. 6 poison counters. I don't think he can really afford to attack me, can he? I don't think it matters anymore. I can chump block both of those. And since he attacked, I don't even need to use Access Tunnel. Which means I can bring down Toski. Not only will I attack, I'll get to get a poison counter, 2 poison counters, and I'll get to draw another card. And I'll get to place a counter on somebody. And let's see, let's do Creative Outburst. We'll go ahead and just discard it and make a token. And now, no matter what, I have Access Tunnel, and there's nothing left for him to do. Does he see it? Does he remember I have Access Tunnel? Or is he looking at my Body of Research card, which can bring down a 46/46 creature? Well, that's kind of silly. I don't even need to use Access Tunnel for that. He didn't leave any defense. Alright, fun match. One of the things that is maybe not as fun sometimes is that you actually, you know, if the game goes on long enough, I've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana plus 8 with the treasure. So we're getting close to where I could even have drawn the Overflowing Insight. So there's actually a lot of these cards in here that I could have played longer if he'd managed to put up more of a fight. Alright, let's see if having the World Tree up front helps us out. We're going up against a Bees Churger. Try going through the drive-thru and asking for that. Please, I would like 1 Bees Churger. Oh, wow. Unexpected? Maybe he thought I was going to be a pure Death Touch deck, and he just wasn't prepared. Anyway, I guess we take the win. Good choices, good choices. Start with the green. And we're not going to wait. We're going to go get... let's go get a mountain. They're the least number of lands in our deck. Maybe I was too impatient. It looked like it was going to give me a mountain there. Okay, we don't want to tap with a World Tree because we want to get a creature out now. And they're a little slow, which means we're going to take advantage. 2 poison counters straight out the gate. One thing you do have to be careful of in this particular deck is if you get going with drawing all the card draw cards that I have, you can actually mill yourself. This is also handling this deck. You should probably be more willing to mulligan than not, if your land isn't the way you need it to be at the very beginning. Okay, we've got the reds, right? Do I want Toski or do I want the Unexpected Windfall? I guess Toski for now. And we'll just attack and see if they're willing to trade. I thought they might be. They probably have Cleric class. They're probably thinking they can resurrect him in a couple more turns. I'm already low on cards. Ooh, look at you. Okay. Little tree goes down. Let's get rid of Explosive Welcome because I can't cast that anytime soon. See what else I get. Cemetery Gatekeeper. Okay. Now I'd have to auto-pay for it, right? Do I want to auto-pay for that? No. Let's just attack with one. And they're going to get some life gain out of this each time, which is not cool. Smart. Blocked with them both. Got twice as much life. Okay, let's get rid of one of you. And we'll go ahead and get something to exile the rest. And we'll go get, what color do I need the most? Get out of there. Let's see, 2 blues, 2 reds. I guess another green would be handy. And now I can put down Gatekeeper. You have to attack still. You're still going to get more life out of this. There comes the Cleric class. And you're going to pump it up already. And you're probably going to resurrect the Story Seeker next turn. So let's just... we'll exile that one. Bring down the land. And we'll attack with just you. No fear of blocking. Will he spend all of his turn bringing back a Story Seeker? No, he does not. That was not what I wanted. But you know what? Let's just attack with everybody. You kill who you want. I need a couple of cards. Actually, I can just return him, right? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we'll bring him down again. No, that would have to auto pay, right? Here, we'll bring you down. No, that's all auto pay. Never mind. We're done. What do I have here? I have Explosive Welcome and Introduction to Annihilation. Excellent. Now I just need an access tunnel. Do you have enough creatures? Okay, you come down now. And let's see who you're going to block. Yes, kill the gatekeeper and block Toski. Please? Nah. That was a gamble. Alright. You're taking action. And we'll do this. No flying blockers. Still never got my disenchant spells. Nine lands and no access tunnel still. I'm gonna die! Alright, let's see what else I can get out of this. Alright, that's what we wanted. We live to fight another day. What are you waiting for? And notice we drew 7 cards and still no access tunnel. Half the deck is almost gone. Phew, took you long enough. Alright, next put down a... Do we want wizard class or 3, 4, 6, 7, 8? Actually, I think we just want to have a blocker for a flyer, because who knows what he'll come out with. Let's see, I have to attack with him. That's all I'm going to attack with then. Decline, you can block him. And I have to discard a card, so I'm going to discard Overflowing Insight. He's looking at all my creatures. He's probably got a Devouring Tendrils. Oh, Inscription of Abundance. Oh, I couldn't sacrifice him. He didn't have 8 cards in his discard pile yet. Well, this is the pre-made green-white life deck that they give every player, and it is probably one of the best out of the pre-mades that they made. We'll give up Finn for that. Access tunnel. Thank you. Was that so hard? Now it's time to play. Yeah, we don't need to bring him back up. Alright, explosive welcome, here we come. 5 to you, and 3 to you. Next, regular damage. Get us some more cards, and inspiration. 3 more to you. And we get to go in here. We'll take that card. And now what can we do? We can destroy an enchantment. And bring down a creature. Oh, no, wait, let's see, we could draw more cards. Let's just bring down another creature and call it a day. Get all our lands around here. You got another one. Nice try. Too little, too late. Let's see. What can I do here? I can do so much. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can attack with everybody. Yeah, that's fine. We're willing to... Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Okay, is there any way that I can do some damage here? Oh, let's see. Broken Wings. Get rid of the new one. And I get to put a +1. And so I guess we'll put a +1 on Flame Painter. Okay. Drawing more cards, getting more damage. Do I have, let's see, 3? Don't have enough to do that, do I? I guess I'll just do this one. And we'll exile you. And just spread the love around. And this is the nice little combination that I haven't been able to show you before with Toski combined with a fully level 3 wizard class. Feels so good! Okay, let's throw all the lands over here. And what is there left to? Let's see, there's 15 cards in there. Let's just put you out now. And take another turn. No, I don't have enough. If I put him down, do I have enough? There we go. Okay, we want to play this one again. And... oh, is it not taking it? There. That one. Because he has double strike, we can pump him up. And then he does even more damage. Target a creature we control. Yeah, I'll pump up this one this time. And pump him up. He's not waiting for me. Alright. Access Tunnel, plus a free Flame Painter, plus this time fully advanced wizard class, and the draw power of Toski. Wonderful. Alright, that's the deck, and this is probably a deck I've had the most fun with this deck than most others in quite a while. Especially when you get the combination out with Access Tunnel to get an unblocked defeat Flame Painter going, you got a good card or two in your graveyard you can use. It just becomes really magical. And add to that, you've got a lot of additional card draw features in here. You've got the Wizard class, you've got Soul Knife Spy, you've got Grazilax, and you've got Toski. And sometimes you get all those guys out at the same time on the battlefield, and then you have so many options. It's just lovely. And that's really when the game becomes really fun for me, is when you have a lot of mana, you have a lot of spells, and you have just a plethora of choices from which to choose in order to do something and do your damage. And that's when the game really kicks into high gear for me, and I really enjoy it the most. And the way this deck is organized, it's virtually geared up to do that for me. There are other card games where it's not a good advantage to draw cards, where drawing cards is a penalty. On this particular game, the way it's set up, drawing cards is usually good for you. So I probably draw more than healthy amount of pleasure from just the fact of putting together decks that give me a lot of card draw. And with a couple of overflowing insights and a Seagate Restoration in the deck, this deck, especially if you manage to get a whole second turn with Alrund's Epiphany in a row, you can get a lot of card draw out of this deck. You've also got the alternate win con of poison counters with Forfin the Fangbearers, which works out pretty well sometimes. And that last match we were able to show you the combination when you're able to get Wizard class up to level 3 and you get card draw with cards like Toski or Grazilax. Then you put that on your Freed Flame Painter who has double strike, and you can actually hit him for one double strike, draw some cards, pump up the same Efreet Flame Painter, hit them again for even more than you did before. So that's kind of cool. Maybe if you wanted to mix things up with this deck in order to stop from milling yourself, right? You could do another Quandrix command in the deck. Because of the choice at the bottom, you can shuffle up to 3 of your target cards from your graveyard into the library. If you have too many of these cards up at the end of the game and you haven't killed your opponent yet, you could inadvertently draw too many cards. So cast your Quandrix command, shuffle 3 cards into the graveyard, and if you get through with your Efreet Flame Painter again, cast the Quandrix command with the Flame Painter and shuffle 3 more cards so that you can last a little bit longer, enough turns to hopefully kill your opponent. That's my tip for the day with this deck. Take it out for a spin. I had a ton of fun with it. I hope you will too. As always, like and subscribe. If you're going to share one of my videos, this is one I would highly recommend. If you know somebody out there who likes good gameplay, hasn't gotten into watching things on YouTube yet, but you want to show off a good deck, go ahead and show this to them. In the meantime, come back another time because there's always going to be another new deck right around the corner at Tpull's Corner. Have a good one.